What's up and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Diana and I'm the creator of Money Boss Mama, where I teach women how to save money, pay off debt, shift their money mindsets, as well as stick to a budget. And in this video, we're going to be big girls because we are talking about an investment account. You guys know that I have been getting into my investing side of my financial journey, and so I am bringing it to this YouTube channel. And I know, like, if you are like me, whenever you first started getting into personal finance, you started to see people talking about investing and these different types of accounts you can use to invest, and you're like, it's like a foreign language. You really don't even know what they're talking about. I'm still kind of in that place, but I am going to talk about a Roth IRA. I have opened up a Roth IRA. I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of this account. And so if you have been looking into trying to figure out what a Roth IRA is, then keep watching. So first things first, what is a Roth IRA? I remember I would see people talk about, oh, you need to open up a Roth IRA, and I'm like, I don't even know what this is. But what it is an individual retirement account that allows your money to grow tax-free. So unlike your 401k, your contributions are going to be made with post-tax money, meaning that you've already paid taxes on this contribution or those contributions. And because you have already paid taxes on those contributions, your withdrawals are tax-free as long as you are 59 and a half and your account has been open for at least 5 years. Now, unfortunately, your contributions are not tax deductible. So this means that at the end of the year, when you go to file your taxes, you cannot deduct your contributions, whatever you put in for that year. Unlike with your 401k or maybe your health savings account, you can do that. But be mindful that with a Roth IRA, you are not eligible to deduct what you've put in. Now let's get into, okay, what is the hype all about? That was my number one question. Why is everyone raving about Roth IRAs? So with these types of accounts, you do not have to make a withdrawal. There are no RMDs or required minimum distributions as long as you are alive. This means that you don't have to take this money out until after your death. So like with a 401k, you have to take out a minimum amount. Otherwise, you face a 50% tax penalty on the amount of the RMD that you have not withdrawn. They do not want your money to just sit here and accumulate and then you try to pass it off as an inheritance. They're like, no, not with the 401k, but with the Roth IRA. You can just leave your money there, and then after your death, you can actually pass it on to your beneficiaries, and this is called an inherited IRA. And thinking about it, this is a pretty dang good idea if you want to pass on generational wealth, because you can pass this account on to your loved ones and then they can make tax-free withdrawals from this account as well. Now you may be thinking what I was thinking, like, okay, I have to be dang near 60 before I can get my money. You can withdraw the money sooner, but you may be hit with income taxes and a 10% penalty. But luckily, here's one of the big perks about a Roth IRA. There are penalty-free withdrawals that you can make, and I'm gonna go over a few of them now. So the first one is if you're buying a home for the first time, you can use up to $10,000 in earnings to help you purchase your first home without any penalties, fees, taxes, whatever. That $10,000 you can use. You can also use the funds for qualified educational expenses like college costs, qualified adoption or birth expenses to fulfill an IRS levy. You can use it for unreimbursed medical expenses or for health insurance. If you are unemployed, you can also use the money for disability, and of course there is death. Now, with every good thing, there comes some rules and some policies and things like that. So with a Roth IRA, depending on your income, your contributions may be limited. So if you are a super high earner, you may not even be able to open up a Roth IRA and contribute anything. But I'm going to pull the income limits directly from the IRS site so that you guys can take a look. But basically, if you're not a super high earner, you are eligible to open up a Roth IRA and contribute up to the maximum contribution limit, which is $6,000, or if you're age 50 or older, you can actually contribute an additional $1,000, making it $7,000 that you can contribute for the year. And for parents, really quickly, there are custodial Roth IRAs, which act just like a regular Roth IRA. It's just for a minor. Now, in order to be eligible, the child does have to have earned income. No, it does not have to be from a 9 to 5. People literally have Roth IRAs for their toddlers. So as long as they have some type of earned income from like mowing lawns, you give them opportunities to earn money. I myself had one for my daughter, and I hired her under my LLC so that we could get hers open. There's always a way around it. And so if you find them an opportunity to earn money, then they could be eligible for a custodial Roth IRA, and you can contribute up to how much they earn annually or the maximum. So that $6,000 maximum, of course, whichever one is less. And thinking about it, this is a really great way to build wealth for your kids, because the sooner you start investing for them, the more time that money has to grow. Time is your greatest asset when it comes to investing. And then when they come of age, they can use those funds to purchase their first home, to help them through college, or they can continue to invest their money, and their money grows at a faster rate because they had a higher balance than someone who maybe started at 18 years old. And if you are looking for some places to open up your Roth IRA, I recommend checking out Vanguard, Fidelity. I have my daughter's Roth IRA through Fidelity, and I have my Roth IRA through Vanguard. I really love them both, especially Vanguard, because Vanguard has a butt ton of resources, and so they're not just there to help you open up your account. They are there to further your education as well. There's also Betterment, Charles Schwab, and Merrill Edge as well. There are a few others who are really good, and if those do not work out for you or you're just not feeling them, always go to Google. Google can be your best friend. But I don't want to make this video super long. I know it's super overwhelming to learn about investing, but I hope that from beginner to beginner, I have broken it down in a way that's easily digestible. But if you have a Roth IRA, or if you don't have a Roth IRA and you have additional questions, leave them down below. If you have any tips, leave them down below, and I will catch you guys in our next video.